Imagine a nation that once walked in miracles, now walking in shame. Israel had seen the mighty hand of God. They had tasted freedom, victory, and peace. After the Lord delivered them through Othniel, the land enjoyed rest. Crops grew, families prospered, worship filled the land. But slowly, quietly, something began to change. The people of Israel grew comfortable. Gratitude faded. Obedience weakened. What once felt unthinkable slowly became acceptable. They turned their hearts away from the Lord and began to imitate the nations around them. Idols replaced devotion. Compromise replaced covenant. And the people did what was evil in the sight of God. This was not a single act of rebellion. It was a gradual drift. And because God is just, he allowed Israel to experience the consequences of their choices. The Lord strengthened Eglon, king of Moab, against Israel. Soon, a new shadow fell over the land. For 18 long years, Israel lived under Moabite oppression. They were defeated, humiliated, and controlled. Heavy tribute was demanded, wealth taken from their labor and handed to a foreign king. Every payment was a reminder that they were no longer free. King Eglon was not merely powerful, he was indulgent. Scripture describes him as extremely fat, a living symbol of excess and greed. While Israel suffered, Eglon prospered. While families struggled, he grew comfortable on their pain. Fear settled into daily life. Hope grew thin. Parents wondered what future their children would inherit. Many questioned whether God had forgotten them. But when suffering reached its breaking point, something finally changed. Israel cried out to the Lord, and heaven listened. What they did not yet know was this: God was already preparing an answer no one would expect. When Israel cried out, God did not ignore them. Once again, the Lord chose to act, not because Israel deserved it, but because he is merciful. Yet the way God answered their prayer was unexpected. He did not raise a mighty king. He did not summon a famous warrior. Instead, God raised up a man few would have noticed. His name was Ehud. Ehud did not come from power or prestige. He commanded no army. He carried no reputation that struck fear into enemies. By every human standard, he seemed ordinary. But God saw something different. Ehud was left-handed, a rare trait in his time, often overlooked and undervalued. In a culture where strength and skill were measured by the right hand, this difference could have been seen as a weakness. Yet what people dismissed, God was preparing to use. God appointed Ehud as Israel's deliverer. Soon, Ehud was entrusted with a dangerous task, to carry Israel's tribute to King Eglon. This was more than a routine duty. It meant walking straight into the palace of the enemy, into the